Our Given Purpose presents Talking on Purpose with Torrie. Are you seeking approval from people, or are you seeking guidance from God? Drop in the comments. Let us know. Be honest. Are you a people pleaser? Now, here's your host, Torrie Slaughter, founder of Our Given Purpose. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today, we're going to talk about exactly what I asked. Are you a people pleaser? I was. How do we get beyond just doing the good deeds and the good works that we are called to do and also serve God in that? How do we cross over into being a blessing versus it just being for our own good? Oh, yeah. Before we move further into our program, I would like to just pause and pray and invite God into this space and into each area of our hearts and into our minds. Lord, I have complete confidence in you. Hear our prayer, Lord. Thank you, gracious Father, for your steadfast love, patience, mercy, grace, protection, and peace. How blessed are we and all those who call you Abba, Father, to take refuge in you. Our blessings were not created by us, but in the strength you allow us to have and the gifts you freely give to us. My heart's desire is to seek you always, in all ways. I love you, Lord. Thank you for this platform and this opportunity. Be within our hearts, Lord. Amen. Being a people pleaser, isn't that what God called us to do? To serve one another? Right. It is to serve one another, not to please them. Because sometimes the things that we need to do for somebody won't really make them happy, but it will help them grow spiritually. It will help them grow in maturity. It may not be easy, but it's something that needs to be done. I was someone who thought it was best if I was always pleasing someone else. If I was doing things that made other people happy, that then I was living in my purpose, that was what I was called to do. If that person was happy because of what I gave them or what I did for them, then I was serving God somehow, because we are God's creatures. We are his created beings. So I didn't know how those two were actually separated, but they are. Serving God is asking for his direction and his guidance and what it is that we do when we serve other people. When we are not just trying to do things in our own flesh, in our own strength, in our own thoughts, and what we feel as though someone should be doing versus what God has in fact told us to do. As an entrepreneur, the first thing we want to do is satisfy the customer. We want to make sure that the customer is happy because the customer is always right. We want to make sure that whatever way we need to accept a payment from them or a time that we need to be available for them, that's what we are doing, because then they will be happy and they will spread the good news of our reputation, that we are someone who will bend over backwards in order to make sure that things are done correctly. So it comes down to, who are we aligning ourselves with? Is it with this world and what everybody else is seen to be doing? What's trending right now? What is the new hotness? Can I say that? It's okay. I'm going to say it. I said it. Okay. What is the new hotness? What is it that we need to try to do or outdo or be competitively doing in a nice way? How can we out-kind the other person who was already kind? How many people can we walk across the street? How many coffees can we pay for? Dinners can we serve? What is it that we're doing? How big can we make it so that people see what we are doing? I saw a very interesting post last week on Instagram where a person was taking a selfie of themselves while they were giving to a homeless person. And it's that type of culture. We're seeking the approval of man because we want people to see that we do good stuff, that we give of ourselves, that we are doing the most and giving from a place of emptiness, and we are sacrificing. But I want you to see that I did it so I can get a like for it. So are we truly, truly being humble servants when we're still seeking approval of people and also the approval of social media? in connection with God means that we are not necessarily seeking other people's approval. Yes, we want to be an example. We want other people to see the Christ in us. And we do that by how we act and how we humbly serve Him. Being humble does not mean that you do not accept people's compliments, their ways of gifting something to you, their gratitude. It doesn't mean that you all of a sudden, oh no, I can't take that. Oh no, I know I'm just a nobody. I'm just here. We don't cower away. We look people in the eye and we say, thanks be to God that He had me at the right place at the right time so I could serve Him. I am grateful for that. When we turn it over to God, that is how we know we are seeking His guidance and His approval versus other people. So for this Wisdom and Purpose Wednesday, I would love for you to sit back and reflect. Think about all the things you've done within this last week or just from Monday. Anything that you've done for someone, what was the motivation behind it? Were you doing it to please God or were you doing it to elevate yourself? Do you need to go into deeper prayer and meditation with God so that you feel whole and you don't have to seek out approval from other people? It's one thing to do something to make someone happy. It's another to do something to help them grow. Who are you going to water, Purposeful Family? Thank you all for tuning into this Wisdom and Purpose Wednesday. I will see you all next week. Please remember to drop in the comments. Let us know who you are, where we can find you on these internet streets. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. The podcast every Tuesday and Thursday. I pray that you are enjoying the new formats, but on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, Public TuneIn, and iHeartRadio. And I will see you all next Wednesday. Have a great week, everyone. Bye. Tune in every week as each episode will prayerfully impact how you live life. From life hacks, attitude adjustments, womanly advice, and testimonies, allow Torrie to tell you how it is through her journey living as a woman of faith in the Commonwealth of Virginia. Have you subscribed yet? Click the button and ring the bell. Leave your info and let's grow together.